Is fear real or an illusion? In this video, I'm going to give you some key tools to change your perception of fear and learn how to reroute it into a higher functioning energy source.
The universe is really embedded within each one of us, that the entirety of the cosmos is accessible through each and every individual's mind, connecting to the great mind, the great spirit.
What's up, guys? I'm Nick the Mystic, a cosmic being here on an earth mission to help remind you of who you truly are. Know this: fear is the possible lowest vibration that anyone can be in. It resides in the same energy field as grief, depression, victimhood, and powerlessness. On a vibrational scale, it is the lowest vibration that you can be in. It shrinks your energy field and aura and your ability to create and manifest. Think of if you were to see someone, let's say you were able to see their aura and they were in fear. Their aura would be very small and very tight to their body. It wouldn't be bright, it wouldn't be expansive. When someone is in a higher vibration, like such as joy, which is the complete opposite and one of the highest vibrations you can be in, their aura is out here. You can feel their energy because they've literally expanded it far out beyond them. And I say all of this not from a place of judgment. There's no judgment for anyone who is living in fear. We each have our own fears that we came here to heal and to clear and to work through. And so that comes in many different forms. It could be a fear of love, a fear of money, a fear of success, a fear of being seen, a fear of knowing your magnificence and claiming it and feeling safe to be in all of that. We each have our own little fears in different things, and fear is normal. It is a part of your ego brain that basically allows you to stay safe, right? I want you to begin to shift your perspective of fear and just know that fear is just a feeling, and any feeling or thought is a belief that you are just energizing. So if we were to tap into fear simply as a feeling, how am I energizing this fear? What am I feeding it? How am I expanding it? How am I growing it? And just know that the more that you feed this fear or these fears, the more they're going to expand in your reality. The more that the fear gets bigger, the more that it gets louder, the more that your ego brain and your fight or flight response is on call. Many of us have had to have fear on call in our lives because it was our protector, and it was completely valid. And I just invite you now to begin shifting those experiences by changing the way that you perceive them, changing the way that you're telling the story now. Yes, these experiences may have caused me fear, may have caused me pain, may have caused me anguish, and I'm here now. What is this feeling that you have now? Where in your body or your mind can you find just a little ounce of safety? Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be anything monumental or groundbreaking. Where in my body or my mind do I feel safe right now? And just tune in where you feel that feeling of safety. And the more you can begin to focus on those feelings, the more the fear begins to dissipate. So now we're gonna take this energy that we've been fueling and feeding our fears, and we're gonna reroute it into something greater. So here are some questions that you can ask yourself to start changing your relationship to fear. Okay, number one, what's the positive intention to fear? You may have many different things coming up. One that comes up for me right now is safety, protection. How amazing is it that my fear wants to keep me safe? And that it has been working overdrive for all of these years of my existence to keep me safe. How amazing is that? Thank you, fear. I see you, fear. Once you get clear on the positive intention of fear, you can start to create a coaching relationship with it. Meaning, instead of fighting back when the fear comes at you, create a dialogue where you're actually communicating with this fear. Okay, I see what you were trying to do in this situation. Thank you for looking out for me. I'm gonna show us a better way. And then start to create a dynamic where fear can have a place to be seen, knowing that it's not going to be demonized. Because anything we demonize, we're never going to integrate. Ooh, I felt that one. Anything we demonize, we're never going to integrate. So whatever you can do to begin neutralizing any feelings and associations you have with fear, you can begin to create that coaching relationship and you can work through things so much quicker. Number 2, fear is based in the root chakra, right? The root is all about safety, belonging, feeling grounded and rooted in our experience. It's where our belief systems reside. So if fear resides in the more primal part of us, we can simply change our beliefs about fear to then upgrade those beliefs that are keeping us stuck in those lower energy fields. So wherever there's fear, just know that it's the shadow aspect of the root chakra, and you can switch that over. You can change that by changing your belief systems. Be willing to see fear in a new light. How have those fears shown you more of the truth of who you are? So when you notice yourself getting into a really big state of fear, what can you do to ground yourself? What can you do to create a feeling of safety? What can you do to create a feeling of belonging within yourself? And as you nurture those aspects of yourself that feel separate, you'll begin to feel a sense of inner peace. And anything that's rooted in fear just needs to bring love to it. How can you bring love to whatever it is that you're feeling? Where love resides, fear cannot exist. That is true connection to source. That feeling of love, of connection. When you're in that energy, fear is not a match to you. Fear is not a match to you. So much of what our fears are replaying scenes from the past. Because our subconscious mind is recording all of our experiences and putting it away in files, saying safe, not safe, safe, not safe, safe, not safe. Whenever your environment, whatever you're perceiving, hits one of those files, subconscious mind is like, yeah, we've experienced this one before, that didn't end well. So let's pump you up with a bunch of cortisol and get the systems going and let you know we're not safe. That's basically what's going on inside of your body and inside of your brain as these memories are coming up through daily life, through triggers. We can't avoid these triggers. Know that these triggers are coming up for you to resolve that energetic feeling in that moment. Not to keep riding the wave of that familiarity of the fear, but to say, oh, I see what's happening here. I see what my brain's doing. Thank you, brain. I got this from here. And then once you know what that fear is, go into those beliefs. How are you going to rewrite the belief? What's the new feeling you're going to choose into? That's where the shit happens. That's where the magic happens. That's where you really begin to change your beliefs around fear. Number 3, I know you guys have heard of this. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So just like the media, right? Everything is literally fear-induced, because what does fear do? It brings out a multitude of emotions, and usually emotions that make you feel powerlessness, that make you feel like a victim, which again, fear resides in that same energetic of those feelings. So when certain things in our reality are tailored to trigger and poke at that, because your focus is on that, you are now creating that. So is fear real or an illusion? It's both. It's what we make it. It's real if I make it real, and it's an illusion if I make it an illusion. What's real and what's an illusion is based on what you're projecting into your reality, truly. So whatever feelings you're feeding into is what you're making real. That's why we can't deny anyone's reality, because it's their reality based on what they're creating. How I perceive my reality versus someone else's reality, it doesn't invalidate their experience. If someone is living in a lot of fear, that is real to them. That is a real visceral experience, and they are manifesting and attracting reasons to be living in fear. But when I choose and decide and know that my energetic state, that my internal feeling that I'm generating inside is creating what I'm experiencing outside of me, then I can know that fear isn't going to be a vibrational match to me, because I'm choosing to stay in higher feelings of joy, of love, of acceptance, of excitement, of passion, of creativity. When I'm in those vibrations, I'm not a match to fear. And if fear were to come into my field, I would then see it as an illusion, because I'm lucid to what is actually going on. But if you've been in a lower vibration, and if you've been practicing a lower vibration, again, this is all from a place of non-judgment. We're just learning how to reroute our energy and how to focus on things differently. But if you've been practicing the frequency and energy of fear for so long, then it's going to continue attracting things, situations, and people in those same energetics. So it's whatever we make it. So what you focus on expands, and what you think you create. Well, a little download that I got before this video that could be a fun little acronym for you guys to remember about fear is forgive everything and reprogram. Forgive everything and reprogram. Because fear is based in the past, and because it creates a system to keep us continually safe, it's constantly projecting the past into our present, which is then creating our future. But if we can forgive all of the things that have happened to us and then reprogram those things, that fear is no longer an energetic match to our field, to our body. So what is it in your past that you're conscious of, that you know has created feelings and beliefs around fear, that you get to change? How can you forgive and reprogram that experience? And once you start looking into this, a lot of subconscious things are going to start coming up. 90 to 93% of our life is created through our subconscious mind. We are operating at about 7 to 10% of our conscious mind. That shows you how much energy your subconscious mind is storing. So once you can start to dig into these belief systems, once you can start to ask compassionate questions to yourself, more of this information is going to flow through. And then you'll have different memories come up at random moments in the day where it's like a subconscious belief that was in there. And it's like you're going to all of a sudden be reliving that experience. And it's going to be like, that's the belief that we didn't know that was running the show. Oh my God. I've been having this happen so much where I'll just be going through my day, and because I've created a ritual and energy around healing and inner work, my field, my energy is more open to it. And so now the downloads can just come, and then I'll process it out as it comes through my field, right? But some of them have just been like a very specific memory where it comes in, and it's like, this happened, and this is why you feel afraid to do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, oh my God, it all makes sense. And once you know that, feel the feelings of what that brings up for you. For me, it's a lot of sadness. It's a lot of sadness. I process a lot of my energy through tears. Maybe you're more creative. Maybe you want to channel that energy into art or into creating something, a video or a message, whatever that is. Maybe you're more needed to like get it out through aggression or a workout or some form of like body movement and dancing. whatever energy comes up for you, feel it, because as you feel it, you're now transforming that fear, and that's how you begin to reroute the energy. So instead of staying stuck in our lower chakras, in our root, once we can feel the feelings from the identification of those beliefs that we've been operating on unconsciously, we begin to spiral that energy upward, and then we begin to operate in higher frequencies. Release any aversions that you have to fear and allow yourself to neutralize the frequency, because fear is just a feeling. And whenever we feed a feeling, that feeling expands. You have the power and the capability to change any feeling. And it just starts with one little step, one little next step, one little next step. You don't have to go from fear to joy. You just got to go up one little vibrational step, one thing at a time. What can I do to shift my energy right here? And then once you start getting into those higher elevated feelings, it's a lot easier to stay in that place. I hope this video helped you guys. Let me know in the comments below if any of this felt new to you, if you had any ahas, or what part of you that you are ready to transcend from fear into love. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more videos like this.